Hi, welcome one and all to podcast episode number 9 of Business in the VOM today. And number 9 is the holiday show. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Good. So I am Michael Murphy, the current president of the Mamaroneck Chamber of Commerce, and this is my host, the Chamber Vice President, Jennifer O'Neill. And the Mamaroneck Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit business organization established in 1917 as the Businessmen's Association of Mamaroneck. What a weird name. And we are a thriving group of business professionals dedicated to helping and supporting one another for the good of the business community in the village of Mamaroneck. Special shout out to the village board members, all volunteer, who all work diligently at making your chamber, which is your chamber, an organization which promotes and supports all businesses in the village of Mamaroneck. The Mamaroneck Chamber of Commerce will continue to work hard at following our slogan, which is
Keep it local.
Keep it local. That is encouraging shopping, dining, hiring, etc., doing business locally, and advocating for business in the VOM. Jennifer, where do we start today?
I think we should start with a new member shout out.
A new member shout out. We had 3 new members in November, and who were they?
Well, let me take a look at my handy dandy piece of paper, and I'll let you know. Wrong page. Sorry.
All right, I'll give it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Gladys Dibble from Medora Media.
There we go. Veronica Coleman from Community Capital New York, and Steve Matry from Liristis Group.
Liristis Group. They bought Andrew Spatz's or Marty Spatz's property over there by Murphy Brothers Contracting.
That's a pretty big property,
Huge, yes, huge. We're welcoming them to the community. Now, one thing I will say, we have an official ribbon cutting this coming weekend, welcoming another new member, but we'll talk about that more a little bit later.
Okay.
So, it's on to the first segment, which is Know Your Village. Who's our guest?
Sally Roberts.
Sally!
Hello.
Welcome. Nice to have you on this show.
Nice to be
Mamaroneck's
here.
own.
Yes, thank you.
So, Sally, can you tell us what your title is currently?
Yes, Jennifer, thank you. We had our annual organization meeting on Monday night, the Board of Trustees did, and I was appointed the acting village clerk. I've been with the village for 18 years, hired as secretary to the village attorney, and 6 months after that, I was promoted to deputy clerk. And I held that position, but 2024 was an interesting year for the village. It was actually not a great year for the village. We lost our village manager. He moved on to better things, hopefully. Our clerk treasurer was diagnosed with a terrible disease and could no longer do the job. And we also lost our assistant village manager, Dan Sarnoff, unexpectedly. So the Board of Trustees has looked at things. They are hiring a new village manager. They appointed her on Monday night. She starts next Monday, December 9th. And they appointed me acting village clerk and my counterpart, Laura Vasami, acting village treasurer. And so that is now my title, acting village treasurer.
You heard it here first, folks.
Terrific. And do you want to drop the name of the new village manager right here on our show?
Sure. Kathleen Gill.
Kathleen Gill, former city manager of New Rochelle.
That's correct.
Oh, fantastic. She's got great experience. That city was booming. So
yes.
Nice to have her here.
We had an interim village manager for a while, Chuck Strom, came in after our last village manager left. And she worked with Chuck for over 20 years. And so I think it'll be a smooth transition. I'm hoping it'll be a smooth transition.
So aside from looking beautiful on the LMC-TV videos of all of the meetings locally,
Yes.
What is it exactly that you do, either in your previous role or looking forward to doing in your current role?
Well, the role is the same. Luckily, I've been doing the same thing for 18 years. And it's interesting, when Michael sent me the questions yesterday, I had to think about it because I don't really know what I do. I mean, I know what I do, and I do it every day.
You certainly do know what you do. There are some people that don't know what they do, but you do know what you do.
But the job description and the roles of a clerk, of a municipal clerk. And so I went, I Googled it. We all Google everything. And the state says that my office is responsible for custody of the village seal, books, records, and papers of the village, as well as all other official reports and communications of the Board of Trustees. That's what I do. But I think more importantly as that is, more importantly is to keep up with the statutes of the state. Because not only do I need to know the open meetings law, I need to know the Freedom of Information law. We get 1,000 FOIL requests. FOIL is short for Freedom of Information law. We get 1,000 FOIL requests a year.
A year.
A
Wow.
year, yes. The records retention law, as I am also the records manager, and as well as being the registrar of vital statistics. So that means we take in all birth and death certificates in the
I did
village
not
of
know
Mamaroneck.
that.
Yes. So really, any piece of paper that comes into the village for any board or committee goes through my office, as well as working with the residents and helping the residents with permits, parking permits, gambling licenses, liquor licenses, dog licenses, bark park permits, collecting taxes, really the receptionist of 123 Mamaroneck Avenue. We sort of have our hand in all parts of village government.
Wow, if I was Miss Gill, I'd be taking you to lunch first and foremost, because you probably know.
Thank you.
If anybody knows everything about the village, it's you. You grew up here, didn't you?
I did. I was born here. My mother was born here. My dad was born all the way in Portchester, but then he moved here with my mom.
He converted.
He did. My grandfather ran the Department of Public Works in the 1940s and 50s.
Wow.
My father worked for the Department of Public Works until he retired in the 1980s. Wow. Yeah. So I'm
That's
one
a
of
lot
those.
of service to the village, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You know, the chamber is made up of business people. We have a lot in common with you because you work in the village and we all work in the village.
Yes,
so
you do.
It's pretty cool. And we've been learning as a chamber to get along with, to find ways that we can work together with the village. For instance, we've met with Jason Pinto from Parks and Recreation. We collaborated on the block party, on the Spooktacular, and we're looking for other opportunities to collaborate with the village, Parks and Recreation, and the village in general. Are there any opportunities that we might, for the business community, that we should know about or tell our members about?
You know, I don't know. I've been thinking about that as well since I got your questions yesterday, and I know that you do work
You
closely.
let people know that we teed you up.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, we did. If you're listening, we teed you up.
I know you work closely with Jason, and I think that it is a great opportunity to work and to have the businesses support the events that the Recreation Department does, to participate in the events, and also to support the events. I don't really know what more the businesses could do, you know, and I hate to say that I don't know that, but as much as we are together, we are two separate entities, right? So I really don't. I mean, and I will keep thinking about it. I mean, I know that the board is looking at things to try to help the businesses. We clean the streets, right? We have our little guy that goes up and down and cleans the street, and we decorate the Mamaroneck Avenue for the holidays. And I know that they are looking at comprehensive traffic and parking plans that will help, hopefully help the parking on Mamaroneck Avenue. And another thing that I'd like to talk about is that we do offer parking permits for employees of businesses, for business owners and employees of businesses, to try to take them off of the avenue and get them into the parking lots. So if there are any businesses out there that don't know about that, my office does that as well. We sell the parking permits for businesses.
How would they get in touch with you? Like, would you? I'll tell you what. If you can give us information, we'll get it out through our website. Yes. For that, that really would benefit the members of the business community for sure.
I absolutely.
Maybe we'll get a little map to say where the parking spots are. Cool.
Happy to do that. I can email that to you. And it all is available on our website. Also, if anyone wants to have live music in their establishments, they would get that license with me as well. It's called a cabaret license.
So this is you hold the license. You're the party person.
Yes.
Nice. I like that.
And we are going to do sidewalk cafes and parking lot cafes again next year, which I think helps the businesses. That started during COVID.
See, I think that's the most important thing that we can do for each other is stay informed. So for the business community to stay informed about what the village is doing, what they're thinking about, and so that you can stay informed with what the businesses are up to or the directions that we're going in. I think that's That's really important, and to continue to build those relationships with each other.
Yes, and mending fences, building bridges, all those kind of great things. Opening up doors. Sally, thank you for being in our show. I was going to call you the VOM deputy clerk, but now you're the acting clerk.
Yes.
We're proud to have you in the village. You are amazing. You are a star on LMC Media, too, as well, because we see you on the shows. But Merry Christmas to you and your family.
The same to you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here, Sally.
Thank you.
Welcome back to episode number 9 of Business in the VOM today. And our guest, Jennifer, we have got Morris Mayer, new member from Plaza Park Interiors. Morris, great to have you on the show. Thank you for joining the Chamber of Commerce. My first question is going to be, why did you choose to join the Chamber?
I wanted to have more involved in the community as far as networking with fellow business owners and likewise, and just putting positive energy, seeing how we can collaborate and make a difference in the community. I've been buried in my office for many years, and then Dave came on board to handle a lot of the administrative stuff, which gave me the freedom to be in charge of business development and marketing. So I wanted to definitely be a part of the Chamber. Is a great place to start in a community because of all the resources, and went to a couple of events and great people there.
Great
So
testimonial,
excited.
huh, Jennifer?
Yeah, I believe I met him at an event at Sedona Tap
Sedona,
House.
yes, it
It was
was.
a lot of
Mhm.
fun.
So
It
he
was
brought
great.
Dave Shemetsky. Didn't want to come alone. He brought his muscle.
Hey,
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah,
Dave,
Oh,
great to
oh,
have
yeah.
you on the show as well.
The Goon
So
Father, yeah, sure.
He's the Goon Father. Now you have to explain a little bit of that in a minute there. So first you tell us a little bit about Plaza Park Interiors.
Plaza Park Interiors, we're a custom workroom. We do custom draperies, upholstery, cushions, banquettes for the interior design trade specifically. We also do commercial projects like hotels, restaurants, and things like that. I've been in the industry for 37 years. The company's going to be 12 years old next month. And we moved to Mamaroneck from Yonkers back in 2015. And we're happy to be here. And we service, the top 1%. And we also work with, members of the community that are struggling. So our price points, even though it's a luxury service, we make it accessible for everybody.
They've
What
got
made you decide to move to Mamaroneck?
We grew out of our place in Yonkers, and most of our clients were up in this area: Scarsdale, Mamaroneck, Greenwich, Larchmont. So we figured it would be a better spot for us to be central to those areas and not have to go across the Cross County Parkway. And so we just got a lucky spot. Westchester Glass was moving out, and we went in, and God brought us that spot.
That's right. So Mayor Spano's lost, Mamaroneck's gained.
That's right.
We're glad you chose the village of Mamaroneck. Now, I've been to this space. Jennifer, you actually have to see the work that they do there. It is amazing. If someone's in the interior business, part of the renovation, remodeling, construction world, whether it's commercial or residential, the services that they offer are tremendous. But it's not the only service. You have another one. It's a Plaza Park cleaning service.
That's correct. That was initially came up with because every time we would install new drapes or blinds, they'd say, "Oh, now I have to have my windows cleaned. This looks fantastic." So we came up with a window cleaning a year later in 2014.
Wow.
Came up with window cleaning.
Just window cleaning, other things?
Window cleaning, carpet cleaning, house cleaning, post-construction cleaning. A lot of our interior designers, we do the post-construction detail, move in, when they're done with construction, get all that fine dust out, all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Cool. Now, you guys aren't all about business, even though they're a great business. I tell you, this is a business that gives back. This is part of their mission, is to give back to the community, which is amazing. They've got a great example for other businesses, not only in Mamaroneck, but around the area here. That's why Morris brought Dave, because Dave and him together, they have an organization they call, Dave, give it to us.
The Goons for Good, right? We're a member of the Chamber as well.
I like that. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, the Goons, we actually started, I guess, about so many years ago. Morris and I started a bowling team, the Goon Squad, and then when as life goes on, we dissipate. But then we see each other again, and he's doing a ton of charity work. I'm doing a bunch of charity work. We're like, we have to reconnect, and we not only did we reconnect, we became the Goons. We're the Goon Squad, and what that really means is we look to support again. The culture at Plaza Park just is extension of who Morris is and who I am, and that's the real powerful pieces of what the Goon Squad does. We show up. We have some missions. Some of our missions are to help people who have food insecurity, who are experiencing food insecurity. And in June, we held at the church, at the Lutheran church, we held a comedy show that helped the Mount Vernon Food Kitchen. And so those are the things we do. Right now, we're in the middle of collecting some toys to sponsor Dr. Maloney's toy drive, as well as collecting socks. Socks are the #1 items that people who are experiencing homelessness or low income are have. Because most people, you can always get a T-shirt, but people forget about the socks. And think about it, when you have your home, what's the first thing you want to do? You want to make sure your feet are warm. And we give that, so the sock drive is mainly for veterans, and we're doing a whole bunch of other things. I don't want to take up all your time.
No, that's okay. You mentioned Dr. Maloney. Dr. Maloney is being honored at the Chamber annual holiday party on December 12th. I hope you guys are going to be there. He's been in this community for a long time. Great service to this community. No matter who you are, his door is open to you. And so we're honoring him for his service to the community for so many years. And part of that is going to be a part of the toy contribution that we'll talk about a little bit later, Jennifer. Right. I mean, so also, you guys tell us a little bit about the White Room, okay? So I like the term. I guess if you haven't been to the White Room, so Jennifer's got to go to the White Room.
You need the experience. I'm definitely biased. You need the experience. So again, we were out on a client call, and they said you had to measure, so for Morris's business, something in the White Room. And so Morris is humming, and you don't want either one of us to sing or hum, probably. But I go, oh, with black curtains. I knew the song from Eric Clapton, in the White Room with black curtains, which we already had created. It's just that alignment. And Morris, we were like, let's do this, because the first time I walked into the showroom that he uses for his clients, I was like, this is an amazing space for presentations, and we're doing that, including a book launch. I don't know when this episode is coming out, but this Saturday. We're doing a lot of things. We even invited a family during Thanksgiving. They needed a place to find, what do you put 25 people and not have to clean up and cook and this and that? Well, the White Room. So not only are we doing personal development space with the chamber in January, we're doing some things. So that's what the White Room. It's about that place that you can come. It has a certain energy that once you're in there, Michael, as you've seen, you just walk in there and you're like, this is nice. It's better than being home in the ways that, hey, I don't care. If I spill on anything, that's great, because we have the cleaning company, as well as having the ability to teach you what high performance for furniture that Plaza Park puts together.
You mentioned business development and the White Room, and we've been in discussions about this, and it's going to kick off in January for open to chamber members, and I guess any business they'd like to come, because we're always open to new prospective members in the community. And they've got this great space, and they've offered to put together a series of presentations on how people can succeed in business. Because what's the point of this? I mean, we're looking to provide for our families, to provide a service for the community, a livelihood for ourselves. But at the same time, we want to make sure that next year and the year after, 5 years from now, that we've built our businesses to the point where we're a continuing entity in the village of Mamaroneck. So you want to speak a little bit about that?
Sure. As far as the workshops, I didn't really see it at first. I was like, Dave, come on, you're going to help with the business on the financial aspect. We need a controller. And he was coming in. Then he's like, well, we could do workshops here. I'm like, oh, here he goes, workshops and his personal development stuff that he does and everything. And then I was able to see the vision, and it hit me. And then we started to do some events there and started changing lives and just seeing the difference in things. So to me, to be able to offer that, I had 2 failed showrooms before, and I didn't know why. Now I see it needed a purpose bigger than just the company, and that's the White Room, offering these things to the community. Free workshops. We do, like we hosted the family for Thanksgiving. Some other things where we had a live jazz on a Saturday night. We had even a gospel singer as well, and we have a book launch. Just all these great opportunities, just to give to the community, and just to open up the doors as a sort of a safe place to gather, and to just feel empowered that you can bring your stuff to us and sort of get it untangled in a workshop, personal development.
It sounds like fun. How do people find out about this?
Mainly social media.
Right now, social media. Facebook, we have a site, the White Room at 707 Fenimore, but it's the White Room at 707. We're on Peer Space, so if somebody's looking to rent that space, they can do that as well. And we'll just keep pushing it out there. I mean, or follow Morris and I on social media. You'll see the speaking things that I do, as well as one of the programs we're going to talk about with some of the local organizations here, how to do speaking. I'm a TEDx speaker as well as a DTM in Toastmasters, so I know how to teach it as well as do it. I not only coach it, but I know how to do it, and that's what we want to do. We want to level up everybody. That's why you join the chamber in ways you can't do it yourself. You got to have the right people around you and the right people who have the right experiences.
So in our closing minute here, Dave, you have to tell Jennifer about the teal Santa suit. What's the story behind that? And again, I know unfortunately we're up against the clock here,
All right,
but
I'll
if
do
you
my
could
best.
just tell her
Yeah.
this and give her the skinny on what that's all
Okay,
about.
so the teal Santa, most of the things I do are teal. That's why and what it is about grounding. So it really is about personal development. Once we can ground ourselves, and I teach people grounding techniques, that's what it does. So then I was invited to speak at a Christmas in July, and I'm like, well, if you're gonna stay brand, I work with people on brand. Guess what? Teal Santa suit. Not many people have that, and I love going out there and giving out a piece of myself, but also having these conversations. So we do have a teal Santa suit, and I'll help any of the businesses in Mamaroneck if they need a teal Santa suit.
Thank you,
Fabulous.
Dave. Thank you, Morris. Thanks for being on the show. Plaza Park Interiors, Plaza Park Cleaning, The White Room, Goons for Good. You guys got it all. We look forward to seeing you at the holiday party.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, welcome back to episode number 9 in Business in the VOM today. This is the Chamber's own podcast, and I'm your host, Michael Murphy, Chamber President, and this is my co-host, Jennifer O'Neill, the Vice President. Jennifer, who's our next guest?
We are so lucky. Right before the holidays, we have the guys from Toy Box. We have Nick and AJ.
Yay!
You guys have been running the Toy Box for almost a year now, right?
We're coming up on a year. We took it over January 9th, so this is our first Christmas.
Wow. Exciting. What is the hot toy, or what are the hot toys this season?
That is the hardest question to answer, because if we knew, we would be, moving like madmen to get it on the shelf. But my guess is the gecko from Hexbots. That's what I've been, hedging my bet with a little bit. Bitsy is always good, but you never know. You never know until it might be too late. So fingers crossed, something kind of crops up in the next couple days.
You guys look really good for 2 Toy Box guys going through the holiday season. Do you ever have a chance to sit back for a minute and just think about all the joy that you're bringing to families locally?
Probably not as often as I would like to. We have to move a mile a minute to kind of get things in and get things moving. I mean, we're talking about 6,000 square feet of toys. So just trying to make sure everything's on the shelf and there probably takes up too much time and capacity in our brains than the stopping and smelling the flowers and whatnot. But it is really cool, and that was kind of the opportunity that we were looking forward to most when we took over a toy store. Was we were looking to really bring joy back in. I know that AJ and I both have fond memories of running around Toys R Us as kids. So if we could bring that to the next generation, that would be amazing.
Well, Toy Box is no Toys R Us, or Toys R Us. You guys are really just a cool boutique, custom kind of design type of toy place. It's great. People should know where it is. And where is it?
300 West Boston Post Road, right across from Harbor Island Park.
They've got
And
the
they have
best
parking.
location. Yes.
Yes.
They have the best
free
location.
parking.
Think about this. Harbor Island is filled with kids all the time. And their heads are swiveling around like kids' heads do, and they go, the Toy Box. All right,
Yeah.
there it is. Great advertising.
No, it's a great area. It's a great view. We're very lucky to be right there.
View of the harbor, hard to beat.
Yep. And like AJ was saying, free parking and free gift wrapping always. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it your dream to own a toy shop?
No, my dream was really to get into a small business. I've always been interested in small business, and I wanted to do it with my brother. And then this opportunity arose, and what better small business for 2 brothers to run than a toy store?
So
Which one of you is older?
That's $1 million question.
I know. Can't
Good thing you
tell.
don't ask us that, right?
Yeah.
Slap him in the head.
You can ask, go right ahead.
So anyways, so what's it like working with your brother?
I enjoy
Being in
it.
business with your brother.
I enjoy it a lot. The nice thing is we, on like a fundamental level, we're always on the same page. So, we have to. There's, things don't always go as planned. As that's business. That's the risk you take when you open up a business or run a business. But on a fundamental level, we're always on the same page, so it makes it quite a bit easier. And we have the same work ethic, so that makes things go smoothly.
Yeah, it's nice because, like AJ was saying, we both have like the same core fundamental wants and desires. How we go about approaching, kind of capturing that is different, which is also why we work so well together. His strengths are my weaknesses, and my strengths are his weaknesses. So we're able to work together really nicely, and we've been doing it for almost 6 years now.
Yeah, it's
Sounds like us.
Yeah,
Right. That's why the show works.
absolutely.
Cool.
And you're working with somebody that you trust. So
Yeah.
even though you have different strengths and weaknesses, bottom line is that you're working with your brother.
yeah.
That's pretty great.
And our division of labor is it works for us. It's maybe not as clear cut as our employees would like it to be, but it definitely works for us, and it makes things smoothly, at least on our end.
So what was your favorite toy as a kid?
So I could take this.
Yeah.
So it was construction toys, always construction toys. So I had construction themed birthdays. I had the ride on cars. I had like workbenches. That was me. So this year, I'm still in the construction aisle. I'm looking at our brooder toys. And for Christmas, I'm really hoping that Santa gets me a brooder forklift. There's one that comes with a couple pallets. I think it's pretty cool. So that's what's on my Christmas list.
Good luck with that. How about you?
I was a dino kid. They joke that boys pick, either construction, dinos, space, or there's probably one other one, just
There's one other
trucks in general. And I was a dino kid, so I had a bin full of Schleich dinosaurs growing up, and I'm lucky to actually have those on the shelves in our store as well. So I'll be looking for an Ankylosaurus under the tree, and if anyone wants to get
the
that
hell
for
is
me,
that?
Michael,
they're
get
welcome.
on that.
What is that?
If you show up to the store, we'll help guide you to the.
I appreciate that, which is
Ankylosaurus.
probably a service that you offer people if I go in there looking for gifts for my 1-year-old granddaughters. Now,
Yes.
and you guys would turn me on to the perfect gift for them. Mm-hmm.
So, we basically have two customers. There's people that are coming in that want to let their kids run around, and then there's people that are buying gifts, and they're like, "What do you get a 5-year-old girl?" And then they're like, "Oh, well, what do you get a 5-year-old girl that's smart?" I said, "Oh, well, take you right over here. Here's a couple good options for you." And I think that's why people, the toy boxes managed to stay in business for so long. Some people need a hand because it can be daunting.
And just the free gift wrapping itself and the free parking. I mean, come on.
Amazing.
It's a no-brainer.
So we'd like to thank you on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce for offering that 25% discount to people who are buying toys for Dr. Maloney's Toy Drive. Dr. Maloney's being honored at our annual dinner, and we are delighted. What a service that he offers the community. I don't know if his place is just down the street from you on Boston
Yeah.
Post Road, on the east end of it, and he gives out toys. And in fact, we have something for you on behalf of. This is for him on behalf of the chamber. There's $500 there
wow.
for you guys to buy toys for Dr. Maloney's Toy Drive.
Thank you very
so,
much.
Holy cow.
the charge is that you pick them out and you bring them over to him.
Yeah.
Unwrapped.
So unwrapped,
Don't even
and
have to
this is
wrap?
kind of easier. And so
Yeah.
we would like you to drop them off if you could the morning of or the day of the day he's being honored, so he knows that we were thinking of him more than just giving him a plaque for his service.
Sure.
Easily
So,
done.
Right.
Easily done.
Thanks. Like
Thanks,
Santa's
guys.
helpers. These
Yeah.
guys are great, aren't
They're
they?
wonderful. They pitched in at the spectacular. They had a really long line of kids that whole day coming to see.
Yeah, that was a fun event. We love to get out in the community, and I think we're finding out how to do it. That works well for us. But
Oh
yeah, I
man,
just wanna say-
we're happy to help you there. We got all kinds of stuff coming up there
Yeah.
to get you guys involved in stuff. We're going to close out the show. You guys are going to be with us over here as we talk about some of the upcoming events here. It's AJ and Nick Terracone from the Toy Box Brothers, right? I love it.
Easy.
What a name. Like, it's almost like a rock band. So anyways, is it? Just could be, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
pick up a guitar.
Yeah, and play. So we have 2 events coming up in December here. One is the first an official ribbon cutting. My first ribbon cutting was at your place.
That's
back
right.
in January. We're doing one in December down the street from you, down the street there at Sound Seafood.
Okay,
that
perfect.
is 1137 Boston Post Road next to Equinox Gym, across from Starbucks. What to expect? Speeches, of course. Refreshments, probably shrimp. This is
Giant
seafood place.
scissors.
Giant scissors, and of course the official chamber ribbon cuttings. You can come out and meet Becky and Wayne, the new owners, and new members of the chamber. You got to know. You're welcome to come here too. If you want to do a ribbon cutting, we'd love to do that as well. Another big news, Jennifer, and I'll let you tell them about the upcoming party we're having, because Santa is coming to town.
Santa is going to be at the Chamber Christmas party. We're going to have music and dancing and lots of fun, and
Dancing.
new members and old members, and it's sure to be a night to remember, and if you don't make it, you're going to regret it, so make sure you make it to the party.
Massive FOMO if you don't make it. Anyways, the Chamber will be recognized as business milestones. Another 4 years, we recognize yours. Your 5 years. And if your business is marking a milestone, let us celebrate with you. Let me know as soon as possible so we can get you on the dais. We'll celebrate you. And also, we're recognizing new members, which we're recognizing you guys, because you are essentially new members in the chamber. We're delighted to have you as members as you took over for Steve Josephson. Anyways, we'll be doing all that at the holiday party, and we'll be honoring Dr. Maloney, as we said, for his tremendous service to the community. And Nick and AJ, we're delighted to have you on the show. You guys are great. Jennifer, this is our 9th show. We had Sally Roberts, the village acting clerk. And we had the owners of and the founder of the CEO of Park Plaza Interiors, Morris Mayer, and his friend Dave, Goons for Good. They're great guys. The Toy Box Brothers, Nick and AJ Terracone, and of course the ever-amazing LMC Media team for producing this podcast. And where do you have the...
I don't, but
Oh
what
my
I will
gosh.
say is, please check out the Mamaroneck Chamber of Commerce website at mamaroneckchamber.org, and please check out LMC Media's website. They do accept donations. This is being filmed at their studios next to the Mamaroneck Movie Theater, right down the street from Mamaroneck train station, which is easy and accessible for everyone to get to. We are very grateful to LMC Media for allowing us to come and use their space. They are the ultimate professionals.
That's right, yes, and they will turn you into a star as well, just like Jennifer and myself. And now you, Nick, and AJ. So, Nick and AJ. Okay, Mamaroneck Chamber of Commerce will continue to work hard at following our slogan, which is...
Keep it local.
Say it
Especially
again.
keep it local during the holiday season, folks.
That's right. Encouraging shopping, dining, hiring local, and for more information on how you can join the Chamber of Commerce, visit mamaroneckchamberofcommerce.org, not com.org. See you all at the Chamber Holiday Party on December 12th. And yes, Santa and Jennifer O'Neill will be there. Will you?
I will save you a dance, Michael. And
Yes.
thank you to Nick and AJ for the lovely gifts that they brought us.